Hey everybody, this is Dave D.R from Immortalizer. Hey World of Metal, thanks for having me. Everything got started when I was about 8 years old. I started playing drums, and my uncle, who's a professional drummer, kind of showed me the ropes. And I couldn't get enough music, so I quickly moved on to guitar, vocals, and then later bass and keyboards. And I really dove into songwriting and recording. And in 2015, I put together Immortalizer, and in 2016, I released the Unleashed EP. Afterwards, I linked up with the mighty Ralph Sheepers, who has helped me out in so many different ways. And yeah, it's been a wild ride, very fun experience. My main influences were Black Sabbath. The Paranoid album was my first metal album when I was 7 years old. And Megadeth, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Saxon, Primal Fear, Motorhead, Dio, Halloween, the list goes on and on and on. So I started working on the Born for Metal album during COVID, and thanks to my home studio I was able to record everything from home and then send it over to Germany where Ralph could do his thing mixing and mastering everything. And he also helped me with my vocal tones and all this other incredible stuff for the production. And on top of that, it was featured on the single We Were Born for Metal, of course. And so the whole experience has been incredible. And then so January 13th, 2023, Friday the 13th, the album came out. And yeah, it's been great. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to playing live. I miss performing, and I'd love to put a band together for Immortalizer. There was a few things that tripped it up in the early stages. I moved from my hometown, and then COVID hit, so I dove into the recording side and putting together the album. And then I moved across the country, and so now live in Vancouver, Canada. So the main plan is putting a band together and touring. But I've already started working on the second album as well. So I'm hoping that I can fuse everything together for the tour and start production on the second album. Well, music to me has always been my whole life. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been obsessed with music. And when I started performing, it just amplified even further. And so I'm really looking forward to being able to get back in front of that roaring crowd. It's an incredible feeling. And yeah, studio work, I love recording, and so it's really been my life journey, my whole life ambition to be a professional musician. So I'm exceedingly grateful to all the Immortalizer fans out there who helped make it possible.